breaks for a couple more techniques because A, I want to be thorough, and B, I want to talk a little bit more about what makes them work. And when we're talking about 3D Jiu-Jitsu, as much as I'm saying that the position is relatively the same, as you reorient it, gives you a lot of new opportunities. It's not going to be a tried and true rule across all spectrums. The positions are dominant for certain reasons, and 3D Jiu-Jitsu helps you understand why that orientation is going to be a little bit better for you. And what I mean by that is, when I'm in a position like Mount's dominant because I get gravity and I have the mat below Daryl to help me control him. In guard, when we're flipped over, he has gravity and he has a lot of space to move upward and move backwards. He has a lot more mobility. So by reversing that position, as much as my attacks stay relatively similar, I get more control because I get to use the mat as a tool. So my orientation becomes very important. So that's also why we're doing this armbar stuff. Lay down, please, Daryl. We're doing the armbar stuff, the grip breaks and such. My orientation is going to be very important to why I'm choosing to fight for the finish here instead of from guard. So now I'm from here. I got a lot of pressure down on Daryl's face. Okay, and kind of do like the shape of baby thing almost on his head here. A lot of people get really mean, but just this pressure down alone keeps him pretty controlled. I get the static nature of the mat is an added form of control. So I get to press him into something, which is again, it might seem kind of silly to say, but the more you realize how important that mat becomes, it's going to open up a lot of different avenues for you. So I'm here. We talked about switching my arms last time. I got my grip position. For some reason, I can't get the Americana torque that I like. Probably because his elbow is just not cooperating. I'm not able to choke up nice and high and get that elbow shoved into the armpit. He's doing his nice strong gable grip to keep this defended. So let's talk about let's talk about reverse engineering the gable grip here. The reason his gable grip is strong because he creates a nice strong grip with his hands and he puts tension on it. That's what makes the gable grip really effective is when you add tension to it. So to add that tension to it, his elbows have to go out, almost like he's like opening a bag of potato chips. That's what makes that gable grip strong. So if I can take that tension away, it's a lot easier to break this grip. So I'm here, nice and tight. Now he's putting that gable grip pressure in. So I'm going to use what I call the scrape. It's a really simple armbar break. A lot of people are familiar with it. I'm going to keep this arm grip nice and deep. I'm going to reach forward and cup the back of the elbow here. Now notice I'm keeping this arm hook in. Cup back the elbow, start pulling this elbow, kind of pushing it down and in at the same time. So I'm kind of pushing it towards his legs. I'm not just pulling straight towards me because that's kind of pulling right into his forearm. I want to kind of push it down towards his knees and then start pulling it in. Now, as soon as that elbow is over top of his ribs, like go put the tension on, Daryl. See how his elbow's outside of this plane right now? As soon as I get that elbow inside of his ribs here, that's when I can let go of both hands, grab onto that elbow, and just start peeling it through. So I'm pulling his elbows together. Now that tension is completely gone. Now I know his gable grip is not strong. So I'm going to slide up his forearm, peel that grip here, reorient that wrist really quick, and get my finish. So I'm taking that tension away by collapsing the elbows. Now it's easy to peel that grip apart. One more time, Daryl. So here, reach it across, boom, hold that in, grab, scrape all the way up. Now it's important when you fold, I'm not letting space open up underneath here between me and his arm at all. So I'm keeping leaning forward the whole time. If I create space and then try to reach here, now Daryl's going to get out because he has a lot of space to work with. So I want to take that tension away. No, I got it. I'm pushing my chest forward because my chest is collapsing this elbow this way. So I'm using both my hand and my body to break this grip. So I'm bringing my chest in as I'm pulling this. Then I can take it out. Boom. But all that's possible because I'm able to use the mat to control Daryl. That becomes a big tool for me. Just the position of the floor is part of my control. As much as I'm talking about my legs and where my body is, knowing where the mat is really helping me keep Daryl where I need him so I can fight for that grip break.